we had a literal fuck ton of requests for this, and that's probably going to mean we're not going to get monetized right there because I said the F word right at the beginning. Anyway, the Museum of the Bible in Washington, D.C., which was founded by the assholes that run the Hobby Lobby. Yeah, the Hobby Lobby Corporation. I don't remember their names, but anyway, we did a story like 2 years ago about this, where we're talking about how they were stealing artifacts from Afghanistan and Iraq.
They got in trouble for illegally importing artifacts. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and they paid quite a hefty fee on that.
This is the lamest H.P. Lovecraft reboot of all time, by the way.
Well, I mean, most of our audience, they probably wouldn't listen to H.P. Lovecraft anyway, because they're like, oh, he's horrible, racist. I mean, like, okay, that's fine, but...
No, the racism part they're on board with. It's probably the other parts that they would have some trouble with.
So, anyway, the people that run this Museum of the Bible in Washington, D.C., they have come to find out that 5 of the most valuable exhibits at this whole shitty museum have come to be found out to be fakes. So the artifacts...
That is not surprising at all.
They were thought to be part of the historic Dead Sea Scrolls. They will no longer be displayed at this museum. So academics tested the fragments and found that they, quote, show characteristics inconsistent with ancient origin and therefore will no longer be displayed at the museum.
That to me pretty obviously means they tried to summon their like creepy arts and crafts god using this script and like nothing happened. Like it was the opposite of that South Park episode where they can manage to summon Moses with some macaroni art.
Macaroni
like
art.
Right.
Jubilee.
Yeah. Like, this shit doesn't work.
Yeah.
I mean, how much love
problem.
I have to give so much love to the South Park people for making, more. What is it? Moses? Was it Moses that they made as the MCP from fucking Tron?
Yeah,
that tickled my fucking fancy. I love that. I was like, that's the MCP from Tron. That's crazy as shit. I'm like, these people know their nerd references. So this article goes on to continue talking about the Dead Sea Scrolls. We know about these already. And then Jeffrey Kloha, the chief curatorial officer for the Museum of the Bible, said this in a statement. Though we had hoped that the testing would render different results, that kind of leads to me to believe that they knew that these were already fake to begin with.
They knew.
This is an opportunity to educate the public on the importance of verifying the authenticity of rare biblical artifacts. To educate the public on the importance of verifying... hey, Kyle, how many authentic, rare biblical artifacts have you had to buy recently that you needed to have this life lesson brought to you by the fucking Museum of the Bible?
Well,
we need to make this a public thing.
I mean, apparently I need to have like a whole bunch of them verified now.
This is funny. Educate the public. Like, that doesn't seem like something you really need to do.
I have a question. Y'all are the experts here.
I guess I need to get my whole portfolio of papyrus verified now.
Oh, papyri. Thank you very much.
Oh, yeah.
Y'all are the full-time atheists, right? We only atheists sort of recreationally on my other shows. Like, didn't we all know from the beginning that all of these are fake? Like...
Yeah.
No matter how old they are, it's still.
Well, yeah, no, we
fake.
did. We could have saved them so much money by just going, "Yo, dude,
is gonna make Jesus real." Like, maybe I'm misunderstanding what this is about. Maybe I misunderstood the point of this story. But like,
look,
they weren't gonna find out that he actually was the Son of God, right?
Well, what's really crazy is that if he actually was real, by now the Catholics have eaten him entirely 5 times over.
Maybe he's a renewable resource.
And what's interesting to me, the article says here, the cost of the scrolls has not been revealed. The museum is thought to have spent millions of dollars on these 5 pieces that have come out to be fakes. It's like millions of dollars. Like, I am in the wrong business. I mean, it can't be that hard to forge documents.
It's not the first time. That is not the first time we've said that.
And especially here in Utah, we are very well steeped in the whole, historical forgeries that we had with the Kinderhook plates and the salamander letter that came up. It's like Mark Hoffman. Just Google that name, all you people out there. And
people here will just eat up forgeries. They won't check them.
And this is a missed opportunity, though. Like, they should have released this by pulling a Banksy and doing all 5 of them and just shredding them all at the same time, just to see if you could increase the value a little bit. Maybe you could make some of that money back. Jesus, you got us.
Dead Sea Scrolls, yeah.
Maybe Jesus is Banksy. Maybe he's been around this whole time. Oh, we're tying it all together now.
Yeah, he should do a little bit more than stencil fucking art with spray paint. He should try a little bit harder. I mean,
hipster Jesus somewhere I'm saving the world one wall at a time.
Now, that's not to talk shit on the people that use stencil art when it comes to spray painting. I mean, Mark Echo used to use that, but
I mean, I love that stuff. Jesus' early work is great before he sort of sold out. I feel like
that's
went corporate.
So, I mean, there's a lot more to this
commercial.
There's a lot more quotes in this article about the research behind the Museum of the Bible's fragments and everything. It's just more of a, instead of going, yeah, we fucked up and we bought, all sorts of fake things. We're like, we need to remind people of the public that, you can be duped just as easily as we can. It's like, yeah, unfortunately, unlike you, Mr. Green, most people don't have multiple millions of dollars to buy fragments of a fucking old ass book that might have something to do with the Old Testament.
Sure. Yeah. Millions, literally millions of people can be duped very easily. Clearly.
Yeah, it's called Trumpism.
Trumpism
this is a really good message,
religion.
Right?
Yeah.
Everyone should stay in their lane, right? Hobby Lobby is good at one thing, which is
selling Chinese arts and crafts,
getting the Supreme Court to make it possible for religious people to do all sorts of horrible things legally, right? They have one job and they should focus on that job.
They did manage to do that, yeah. So
I'm saying.
And it goes on to continue talking about the 5,500 artifacts that we talked about previously from 2010 that they stole from Iraq. And they agreed to pay a $3 million fine to settle the case with the Department of Justice that was about the objects being illegally smuggled.
Yeah.
I think the term we use is they Britishize them, right? You apply the British Museum principle.
Yeah, and I have little kids, and I was trying to explain to them how, mummies that might be in the possession of other countries is yeah, that really shouldn't belong to that country. It should belong to the country where they came from, Egypt.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have some beliefs that we could talk about, but yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, it's just interesting that the people from the Bible Museum of the Bible in DC, that they got duped. And it's just, instead of owning up and be like, yeah, we fucked up, they're like, oh, well, this is a great public opportunity to tell people.
Right, of course they're not going to own up to it. Really?
Don't buy your biblical artifacts from the guy on the back of the truck. Don't go there.
This is just another thing where you hand it off to marketing and they open up a new section of the store where they teach people how to make fake Dead Sea Scrolls using a little bit of glitter and
lemon juice,
some nice craft paper.
It's not that hard. You can get everything you need to make your own Dead Sea Scroll from Hobby Lobby.
Right? You can make an Etsy store and make millions off of these people.
Yeah.
Did you just call it an Etsy store? I love that.
Etsy?
Etsy.
Yeah. It's 2:40 in the morning here. I'm doing the best I can.